Welcome to World Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Natalie Rydström. The CONCACAF Gold Cup group stages are underway to determine the regional champion of North America, Central America and the Caribbean. And joining us now to discuss the betting value for the Group A match, Martinique versus Mexico, is Nila Amerova, sportswriter and regular contributor to SBR Forum. Nila, welcome to the show.
Hi, Natalie. Thanks for having me.
Now, playing on the 14th for the final rounds of the Group A stage matches is Martinique versus Mexico. Mexico are currently in second position with 3 points, following a loss in their first match to Panama 2-1 and a win against Canada 2-0. Martinique won their first match to Canada 1-0, but lost out to Panama 1-0 in their second Group A match. So both need this win to guarantee them a spot in the knockout stage. Nila, who do you see winning this match?
That's the question, isn't it, Natalie? And I think that's the big question in this game, because everything is riding on the result of this match. Both Mexico and Martinique are level on 3 points, and both are fighting to advance. I must say I'm impressed by Martinique in this competition. They've taken their opportunity and ran with it. And the same can't be said of Mexico, really. They looked rather hapless in their first game against Panama. What I would say was an extension of their poor form this season that includes disappointing outings in World Cup qualifying and what was an unmemorable turnout in Confederations Cup. The curious thing, I think, with Mexico here is that it isn't the exact same team that featured in those previous competitions. So it seems like no matter what team Chepo fields, Team A, B, C, D, the disappointments continue, and that's not good news for Mexico. Mexico, as you mentioned, did salvage this campaign with a win over Canada. They played better in some respects, but I'm not so sure how to read into that result. Was the Mexico win a sign of a turnaround, or was it just that Canada was clearly out of its depth? So on paper, Mexico should win this match hands down, but I wouldn't underestimate Martinique, though. They're very much in it, and they know it. They won the first game, and they lost the second one only narrowly, and they lost a narrow game against the so-called strong team of the group, Panama. So if that doesn't give you confidence, I don't know what will.
Right. And what pick are you going for here?
Good question. Reason says Mexico, and I've struggled with this one a little bit. Reason says Mexico will win. But I'm going to go with my gut here, and I'm going to go with Martinique to deliver the shock upset, and I'll tell you why I'm going with Martinique. And the reason I'm going with them is I think this tournament is a rather big deal for Martinique. They're not FIFA registered. So this, to them, so that means they're not going to go to the World Cup. They're not invited. So this to them is akin to the global showpiece. This is the big deal for them. So I really expect them to battle to the end, especially when they're almost 1 foot into the knockout stages, and defend for their lives is how I expect them to play. So, and the other thing I think that is going to be crucial here is Mexico seems to have a goal scoring problem, and I still believe they do have that problem, even though they did score twice against Canada. Because I'm not putting that down to, I'm putting that more down to the lack of quality on Canada's bench rather than improvement of form on Mexico's bench, although they did shuffle the lines and made some changes for the lineup. So I'm yet to see how that new formation, if they're going to take that against Martinique, and how that's going to work. But for right now, from what I've seen, I'm plumping down to another low-scoring affair, and I'm looking at a maybe 1-0 win to Martinique.
Okay, Martinique win there. All right, Nila, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Natalie. It's always a pleasure to be on your show.